phase. So this one's going to show things like the nares, which are just the nostrils, right? Entrance into the nasal cavity. And then we have, let's look at the different tonsils here. So the top one, that's the pharyngeal or adenoids, the superiormost tonsils. Okay, let's go back over here for a second. The roof of the mouth is the hard palate, the front of it, and when you get to the back, it's the soft palate. And if you look at the very back of the soft palate, there's another tonsil right underneath it. That is the palatine, right in the back of the tongue. You guys all see that one? Now the third tonsil, whoever made this model messed up. They should be that kind of light orange color. Here's the tongue. See this little point right here? That should be, that's the lingual, but that should be a different, like this color, like not the pink. It should be like that, the color of the other two. So this little point right here is the lingual tonsil. So those are your three tonsils. All right, pharynx. The pharynx is, we're going to see this again in digestion. This is a common term for the throat, which is this whole structure. Here, down to here. This whole passageway, right? And again, there's three different sections, right? There's the, no, we'll do that for digestion. Just worry about the larynx for now. Or the pharynx, sorry. It's the common word for throat, is the pharynx. So anything you breathe in or drink or eat is going to go down this tube. Now, since we're talking about air, when we get down to here, there's like a fork in the road. There's two different tubes we could go through. If we're air, we want to go down this one. This is the glottis, which is the opening to the larynx, which we'll see in another model. And the larynx goes down to the trachea, which will then go to the lungs. So only air should be going this way. This tube in the back, that's the esophagus. That is digestion. That's for food and liquid. So that will be for the digestive system. Okay, now let's go to the, I have two of these models. There's just a big one and a little one. This is the larynx. And again, you can take it apart. So the first thing is up here. This is the hyoid. Remember, that looks like a little lower jaw. That anchors the larynx structure. So here's half of it, but again, half of this model somewhere it's just been taken apart. Now, where it said we don't need to worry about the two ligaments there. It says hyoepiglottic and thyrohyoid. You can just cross them out. They're under hyoid on your list. So you guys can just disregard them. All right, so let's go to the larynx. So the larynx is, all of this structure. It's kind of between the hyoid and the trachea. All this is the larynx. And the larynx has different cartilages. So this front one you see is called the thyroid cartilage, this big piece. And I think we did this in lecture today. So thyroid cartilage. Now let's look on a side view. So here's thyroid cartilage, and then you see this piece. It's kind of mid-sized. That's the cricoid. And then what happens is you start seeing regular arrangements of rings. Those are the tracheal cartilages. Because at this point, it's the trachea. So let me show you on this model too. All right, same thing. So thyroid cartilage, cricoid, tracheal cartilages. And again, the trachea starts, right here onwards. So the trachea is the, taking air to the lungs. And again, some of these models you can kind of see it. So like this one, see that V right before it splits in a V? You can see the trachea. It's that kind of lighter blue and white colored structure where it says 70. And again, we can see it on here, this whole structure there, or this model, we can see it there. Right. This model is going to show it as well, so let's show that real quick. You can kind of see it. Here's the larynx, by the way. Here's the trachea. You can kind of see it back here. Again, up here before it splits. Can you guys all get that? All right. Now, by the way, this one shows the lungs really well, the different parts of the lung. And again, over here is like that other model. It shows the pulmonary vessels. Remember, the blue one is the pulmonary artery. The red are the veins. And then the light blue are the bronchi, again, respiratory passageways. So you're going to see three different tubes in the lung, so make sure you know which one's which. Oops. All right. Now that actually, we do epiglottis. I forgot that one. Epiglottis is
vocal cords.
And that too. Right here, this little fold is the epiglottis. So this is covering the glottis, which is the opening into the larynx, into the trachea. Now to take this apart to see the vocal cords. and it's on both models. If I look here, you see this white line. That is the true vocal cord. That's what's producing speech. Air vibrates against that when you're expiring. Okay? So make sure you look at it on this one too. Right here, this white line. This is a better kind of view. It's a bigger model. That white line is the true vocal cord. So again, when air is coming out, it vibrates against this, causes speech. That should be all of that. All right, so that'll